Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 313. Here, back on a Monday, 313 consecutive weeks in a row, on the road to the 2026 World Cup. Thank you for everybody who's helped us out and donated. By the way, you can help us out getting to a World Cup here on our GoFund SanDiego.Futbol. Been doing this for almost 6 years. It's been an adventure of a lifetime trying to get to that last stop of the World Cup on the credential list. And speaking of, we are getting ready and geared up for Pumas contra SanDiego.FC, La CONCACAF Champions. February 3rd, the day that SanDiego FC returns to action in Snapdragon Stadium against Mexican, Big Four. Dicen que son Big Four, no?
I mean, technically, by fan base, it is.
Technically, by fan base, Pumas. As we will go ahead and see the return of soccer to San Diego. On the San Diego wavefront, Corley gets extended. There's going to be just incoming players and potential new signings as well, because they need to fill out a roster coming up for this season. Thank you for everybody who's joined us here today. We'll do Goes, Gaps, and Greats. We'll have Sarape. We're going to bring on Esteban and Brandon from the Baller Crew to talk some of San Diego FC as well, and what they're planning on doing this season and what they expect from their team, as 1,000% they bleed chrome and azul. Esteban and Brandon. So welcoming everybody here. We will also talk and touch towards the end, because if there's one thing that's lit up SanDiego.Futbol comment sections for the past, 2 weeks, and it's still a story, we'll play some relevant sound from Javier Aguirre, the coach, the manager, the director técnico, the technical director for the Mexican Selección Mexicana on Chucky Lozano, and what that's going to mean for him and his World Cup participation. Harsh words from Javier Aguirre, but I think that there's a chance for Chucky to kind of go, as you've seen. Did you see his stories this weekend?
Chucky stories?
Did you see his stories this weekend?
No, I didn't.
I keep up. I'm going to bring up Abe because I'm curious to see if he's seen his stories.
What's up, Abe?
I feel like hi, it's nice to see you guys. Thank you guys for letting me spend the week in Mexico. But
why did you say it that way? Like we let you? No.
Yeah, they keep me working hard in the studio, and it's. Anyways, Chucky Lozano's Instagram stories are very, very funny. I really enjoy his Instagram stories. Since the year started, he's become a new person, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, so he posted, let me see if I can pull it up. It might have expired, but since a couple weeks ago, Chucky Lozano's been out there on a posting rampage, being a fantastic human individual, a great San Diegan, and this past weekend, I do believe his son plays. It seemed like it was his son, or they just decided to pan on a random kid for that weekend. But he was over at in Oceanside, across the street from Front Wave Arena, where the San Diego Sockers play, and he was just being a man of the people out there. More, let's see, yeah. I mean, here's one of the last ones before it expires. And again, social media hunting is interesting in this day and age, where the traditional media is like, well, what are you looking at in social media? And this is unfortunately or fortunately, a lot of relevant information can be found by scouring social media. But como así, güey, mira, like el mejor día de mi vida, conocí a Chucky Lozano, and there, he had it was dot stories. Let's see. Hay otro, ahí está, oh, yo soy Chucky Lozano, soy el amigo de todos.
Dude, his social media manager is a fucking genius.
I think it's his wife.
Genius.
Y con el Chucky Lozano. But yeah, shout out to everybody who met him and had a great time out there. Still part of the community. San Diego FC did have a scrimmage over a preseason match, a couple of them actually, over this last weekend against San Jose Earthquakes. Chucky Lozano, from what I understand from a couple of sources, he was in the building for that day. Obviously didn't participate, didn't do anything because he's not in the plans for Mikey Varas, Tyler Heaps and company. But he's out there. Chucky Lozano is saying, hey, I'm here living my life in San Diego. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I'm curious to see just more Gen Pop in terms of the Baller Crew and Esteban and Brandon to see what they have to say about all these things. And yeah, I already see it. Yeah, Chucky. We will get to all of this.
Chucky.
And why are we still talking about it? Former UPSL SoCal South champions, Internacional San Diego, head coach Keith Miller was like, why are we still talking about this? I'm like, because he's the news. Because he's taking up a spot, at least in the DP slot.
Yeah.
100%. Like that's why he's relevant.
He's still on the team. Yeah. He's just not playing for the team, but he's on the team.
Exactly. So we'll get to that here in a bit. We'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up here with San Diego Wave. There's not a lot to talk about. A couple of just contract things that did happen, but we'll catch everybody up here on the flip side. Question was asked online: if Chucky moved or loan, is there a chance him and SDFC to kiss up and make up? I don't think so. I don't think so.
And we'll talk a little bit more about it, but where are we starting? We're starting goals, gaps, and grades. We're starting Wave. Where do we want to start?
We're gonna go ahead and start. Where are we gonna start? Oh shit!
Shout out. We another donation, Michael. Appreciate it. Really kind of you. Means the world to us, and thank you for all your support. Thank you for everyone who have donated on the GoFundMe. That's still active. It's helping us with all the expenses. And I think somebody commented on Instagram, like, what a joke, expecting people to pay for your vacation.
I would have loved to save for the World Cup this whole time, but we've been paying for gas to cover San Diego soccer.
We've been paying for equipment, and you know what? Again,
internet, which is fine.
If people want to see it that way, I mean, everyone has the right to react to it however they want.
Everybody has the right to dream, right? Again,
yeah, there you go. And we really do appreciate it for anyone that is able to donate. We appreciate every single one of those, and all that is going to expenses just directly for the World Cup for Tony and myself. So
yeah, and we'll talk about it here towards the end of the episode too. A little bit more of insight of what that process is like, because people have been asking us like, what is it like doing this? You guys got accepted. What's the next step? So
we just got an email with the FIFA update as well on what
credentials are out. Yeah, like we have to get down to it.
The credential window is now open for the World Cup directly. So that's the next step we're taking. And we tried.
Breaking news: the FIFA website is absolutely slow because the world is trying to apply to the World Cup. So
I got here earlier just so we can focus on literally applying for the World Cup credential, and our websites are still loading.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. We're gonna have to figure that out, but yeah, we're in the process of doing that, and it's exciting because that's the next step we have to do.
Speaking of figuring it out. All right, so Abe, you were the one that decided.
Abe threw in a last-minute goal.
Abe threw it in, and you know what? I have to agree.
I like it.
It's a great goal. We do follow former San Diego players, especially so recently departed from San Diego. Looking over at the old continent, looking over across the pond for SanDiego.Futbol's goal of the week, and it is courtesy of Manchester United. Hannah Lundqvist.
Out to me as out of some space, then put into the path of Lisa Nalsund. Nalsund across the Jess Park. Jess Park edge of the penalty area. Arriving is Lundqvist. Lundqvist's in, and Manchester United on the fourth. What a way to score your debut goal.
Debut goal. Absolutely doing what she never did to score for San Diego Wave.
And it does remind the overlap. She always made those overlap runs, and sometimes it wouldn't even get to her.
Yeah, but then she would cross it into the middle, and then Adriana Leon would do absolutely
nobody would finish
nothing.
Yeah, that could be like a tactical thing, honestly. Like he always was making that cross, but maybe out there they told her, "Hey, take that shot," and that's a tough shot to take though, near post, like right on the goalkeeper, but looked really pretty.
Can I just say this? Like,
You can actually.
she looks better on a red United jersey and a white United jersey than she did in a Wave kit.
I mean, is that? Yeah.
Those are really nice.
That's
The white Manchester United kit is surprisingly really, really solid.
It suits her.
yeah.
It really
The
does
red-
suit her.
Yeah, for Hannah Lundqvist, former San Diego Wave. We'll see what San Diego Wave is able to produce on these right and left wings, because that's a spot, Abe, that, gosh.
Yeah. And now flying back over here to San Diego, there's another
Back.
goal that we wanted to share. Tony, you put this one. And, we get little sprinkles from San Diego FC of their preseason every now and then. And this was a goal from Pellegrino, who is starting preseason hot with a goal against San Jose Earthquakes.
No, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what happened out there in training against San Jose Earthquakes. 2 games, 2 scrimmages, 2 60-minute games. Essentially, this is how preseason works.
Yeah.
Everybody gets the rotations. Everybody gets some playing time. Not Chucky Lozano. Everybody gets some try to get their sea legs from underneath them. This was the goal that was posted by San Diego FC from out in Singing Hills of this past weekend. Okay. Inside. Cross. Pellegrino. Control. 30 seconds in the box. Nobody wanting to move up, and giving him the ample amount of space to bury it. And I did see Dimitri somewhere, I think maybe in this comment, just wildly. I think, yeah. I'm going to say wildly.
20 goals this season?
20 goals this season. SDFC
whoa.
Nation right there on top.
Whoa.
20 goals for Pellegrino this season.
Dimitri, that's a hot take.
You knew it. You called it.
That's a hot take. I don't know if I can agree with that one.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
the
me
whole season.
last season with in Varston. I was like, he's gonna score over 20.
Mhm.
and that didn't.
He could have had he stayed healthy.
Maybe.
Now here's the key question for you guys: does Chucky Lozano make that goal?
Chucky Lozano makes that goal.
He makes 3 cuts before he takes the shot and makes the goal.
in the same amount of time Pellegrino took to set himself up. I look, preseason for everybody, but I did see a lot of this sort of, what am I going to do with the ball at my feet, pitter patter, and then decide for Pellegrino, especially when he wasn't able to produce, and early on when he was playing at the 9, right?
Guys, Pellegrino's 35. Like, let's not forget that. Like, it's a long season. That could be a lot for a 35-year-old to handle.
Eidevall from the right back position, he just takes forever to get it. He buried it at the end of the day. You know, good team play. We've seen San Diego FC move through the pitch that way all season last season. This goes again into the mentality that Mike Varas is telling everybody that this is going to happen. Mightn't needs to let go this season, maybe. I mean, these are the players that were selected to be part of the footballing plans, whereas others, Chucky Lozano, have now been stricken from. And so, I mean, contender for goal of the week. I mean, we'll talk about San Diego Soccer's.
Not much soccer going on.
The Soccer's went over and played in the basketball court in Baltimore, and we're delayed in the snow for 2 days.
Wow,
finally made it out.
It's bad out there.
Yeah, Chucky would have been double teamed. Yeah. 3 touches, 3 minutes,
3 goals. No,
1 goal.
0 goals.
We'll talk about that here after that.
All right, let's dive into our gaff because it's a funny one.
Let's go ahead and get to it. You know, we're getting international here, Abe. You know, we're gearing up for the World Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
Pumas is coming in. So the rest of the world, I don't know if MLS fans know this, the rest of the world has soccer, or football as they call it. Football is played in South America at a very high level, and
in some countries,
sometimes you get moments like this with a Panenka that goes horribly wrong into the hands. It bounces right in front of the goalkeeper, baby bounce, and then the player who misses goes and holds his leg.
Now, you told me he actually got injured?
Reports are he actually is injured for 2 months.
Dude.
That's actually nuts.
I don't know if I believe that, or if that's just the club saying you're suspended for 2 months and don't come back for 2 months.
It's almost like he grabs this like if he cramped up, like he's grabbing the back of his knee. That could be like
he grabs the front of the knee.
Like I don't know.
He's trying to figure out what hurts. Like I'm like Panenka. Okay, set up. Here's a setup. Problems up.
No, look, it hurts right there. Boom, like right before he kicks it. That's why he kicked the Panenka.
Sure, but he walks off just well.
I mean,
if he's out, he's out. Unfortunate.
This is in which league? The Peru?
It's Colo-Colo. So I believe it's
Colombia.
Okay.
Colombian league. You know, not the best pitches. This could happen when you have a crappy field. Snapdragon. Let's take care of the field now for San Diego FC and San Diego Wave this season, because they could miss Panenkas. Speaking of Panenkas, we talked about it last week. Brahim Diaz, like, doing a terrible Panenka. Did you see that Mbappe does a Panenka penalty this weekend?
Did he
and
really?
Brahim Diaz is on the bench watching, like, damn, cool. I'm like, that's how you do it.
Orale.
But yeah, no, that's a funny gaff. Like,
So you're saying that the Colo-Colo's
Chile.
in Colombia, in Chile? No, it's in Chile. It's in again, South America, because San Diego FC is actually linked to South America down in Colombia for one of their players coming up that we told you here actually before the season started was pretty much out. Pretty much out skis for that. Yeah, Libertadores is certainly fun. The North American version of the Champions League will be coming here on February 3rd at Snapdragon Stadium. San Diego FC versus Pumas de la Universidad Autónoma de México. Pumas.
Pumas.
At least that Panenka was on target. Yeah. Oh, okay. It was a shot on target. But all right. We're looking into the great of the week. We're going to go ahead and give the grade of the week to a young lad who decided to give his back to Los Angeles, and not necessarily in a bad, negative sort of type of way. But whenever it happens, it happens from time to time. People can be converted to the San Diego life, and that's the thing about San Diego. Everybody is welcomed here. But recently, there was a young man who took it to the next step. Not only did he decide, I'm not going to go back to LA. I'm going to go ahead and stay in LA. I'm not even going to consider staying for a year because I've heard otherwise. But Luca Bombino getting extended to 2029. Good job, kid.
It's the best move San Diego FC could have done for now. I mean, they extended Anders Dreyer as well, and we talked about it, but Luca Bombino is can be the future of this team. Like this kid is good enough to go to Europe in a few years. Like he's that good. Like he is that fast. He is that talented at the left back position.
Europe is knocking at the door already. And much like Anders Dreyer, where I don't mean to be the party pooper on that, is like, yes, you've locked him down for that long, but in the soccer contract transfer sort of situations, yes, that also means that you've made him more expensive if somebody was to want to come in and get him. Exactly. And so regardless, he could still be gone next year.
Yeah.
He could still be gone at some point in the near future.
So can Anders Dreyer.
So can Anders Dreyer. So can everybody.
And I believe we lost Tony and Chiva, which is all right. But yeah, I just to echo what they're saying about Luca Bombino, just a really, really great young player. And I do not expect him to. It's through 2028, correct? 29. I don't expect him to play in 2029 for San Diego FC. I think by then he'll end up with a European team, which is what he hopes to do, and I think what San Diego hope to do. And an effort to kind of not only show that they can develop a young player and then also prove that they can give him a chance, do everything right for his development, and then sell him to a European club to have success out there.
Shout out to Milan Iloski commenting on his post with the clapping emojis. You know, something Iloski couldn't get with SanDiego.FC, a contract.
Former teammates giving each other the love. Speaking of Milan Iloski, it's funny how this world works, right? Like, did you see who Philadelphia scrimmaged against?
No.
FC Norseman. FC Norseman.
Nice. Connections.
But yeah, shout out to the SDFC bros having a good interview with Bombino.
Shout out.
100%. Something that, you know, we've been asking here for a while from the front office is, hey, get us some players. And, you know,
well, we're a hard media. You know?
I genuinely think that has a lot to do with it.
I think so too.
Because again, you see them on the mainstream. Okay, this can go. You see them on the mainstream sports media, guys. This is where
yes, NBC, all that stuff.
Hey, it happens. But we would love players here. Get to know them. Get to know everybody. Hey, Honors, like these are my type of questions for the players. Hey, Honors Dryer, what's your favorite goal that nobody saw? That means that you might have been 7 years old and, you know, your parents dropped you off and you played a game and you scored this great, you know, over the head kick. You took everybody out, but nobody was there because, you know, you're 7 years old. Or, hey, you know, I was coming up with Anderlecht and there was not a lot of people there, and it was, or in training, there was this fantastic, like, players remember those things.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite cleat? What's your favorite tacos? Not just tacos, taquetes. And why? Yeah. You can recreate, like, this is the type of things that we want to go ahead and get to know the people. So if you want to see that, you want to see your favorite player talking about, you know, go check out the Kalen Sheridan interviews. Go check out the even the Jonas Eidevall interview, the Casey Stoney interview. I think that's the only time she ever smiled.
Yeah, that was a good one.
She was bad that interview too, though. Remember when she was airing out Taylor Flint?
Oh yeah, she just completely like hung her out to dry. Can't you ask the players? Oh no, good question.
Yeah,
can't you ask the players directly?
We got to go through the team. There's a process.
Correct.
Anyone that works for the team, technically, have them on. We have to go through the team first.
Yep. If it's a ticket guy who works for SanDiego.FC, if it's the kitman for SanDiego.FC, if it's Honors Dryer, if it's Mikey Vada, if it's Tyler Heap, and everybody has to go.
For the most part, when we ask, which we always ask, we end up getting maybe 5 minutes on the side when media availability happens, and that's, you know, we get what we get, and we roll with it.
Because here's what, if I'm them, I'll be like, well, you have access to the players during media availability, right? And it's a different sort of vibe, but I'll take that, because again, if it's either or, like, I think I'd rather be in media availability than, you know, howling around, I guess.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah,
we can do both. Sign us up.
Yeah,
let's talk to Chucky.
Yeah, it's an offside conversation that Tony, Abe, and I have all the time. So, shout out to SDFC bros for sure for, like, you know, doing a great interview. Like, the content looked great. Walking around like San Diego.
At this time last year, the content for SanDiego.FC was mainly coming from LA. So, hey, they're at least local this time around. SDFC bros, baller crew. Shout out to everybody who does content for them on the independent. Shout out to other podcasts that are popping up, especially in Spanish. Desde la porra. Food. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get it wrong. ¿Cómo se llama?
Desde la cuna, no, something like that.
No, desde la cuna estoy. No, it's the food. Oh, found it. Futbolazo. So shout out Futbolazo. Shout out Desde la Porra. They're doing it in Spanish. El Mil Máscaras. Mil Mascaritas.
There's been a prominent follow. You know, like the more coverage for SanDiego.FC, the better. You know, if we're not your cup of tea, there's other people out there. Like, that's how I see it. Some of you have been with us since the San Diego Loyal days, and, you know, that's pretty crazy.
We were looking at, Abe can attest to this, and we were looking at what's it called? old Google Docs to set up the show because we've been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
I think stumbled upon episode 97, and Abe was like, because we had this segment called
2 balls on the clock.
2 balls on the clock, or again, it's just a rapid fire questions. Like you got a minute to answer this topic. Go.
Chronometro style.
Yeah, exactly. We should bring that back.
That'd be cool.
I'd be down for that.
I think there's so many San Diego soccer related topics nowadays.
We can totally do that.
But the topics were hilarious.
We can even do that in the end of this episode. People in the comments give us topics.
Give us topics to answer in 1 minute.
But yeah, what was it?
Is Carson Wentz better than Josh Allen?
In the moment, Carson Wentz 100% because Carson Wentz got a Super Bowl, something Josh Allen does not. He would have won a Super Bowl with the Eagles had he not gone down with an injury against the Rams. Filthy Rams. That's what you guys get.
I'm just excited for the Bad Bunny halftime show at this point.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. 2 balls in a mic started with all sorts of sports.
Every
other
sport.
one was like, what is LeBron elbow? Like LeBron had just elbowed a dude and the dude got super mad. And like, have you ever been that mad? Yes, now he does. Yes, Josh does clear Carson for sure as a human being, as a just individual who plays that sport. Yeah, 100%.
Trophy wise though,
ring wise,
yeah.
Come on,
you almost got a
Can't argue
second
that.
with the Rams.
Can't
too.
argue that. All right, Abe, you talk.
Back up.
Josh Allen's got a ring with Haley Steinfeld though.
That he does.
You got to factor that in.
That he does.
But has he ever kissed a Lombardi? I don't think so. Things that need to get updated.
I mean,
This background. 1, 2, that intro.
I mean, we talked about it last week. I guess we should kind of bring it up a little bit because you alluded to it last week about Delfín Cascarino possibly departing from Wave, right? And then that got announced within that week.
It got announced on Monday.
Yeah.
Or Sunday. It got announced on Sunday that she was leaving. And then Monday, they officially said it was to London.
Yeah. If you're inferring, Chiva, that SanDiego.Futbol is 3 for 3 on these things for
SanDiego.Futbol
Wave
is 3 for 3.
Yeah. Well, Delfín Cascarino, no longer part of the footballing plans for Jonas Eidevall. What does this mean, Abe? Like, who is there left to watch on San Diego Wave? Like, so there's some people who are very excited. There are some people whose optimism has taken a blow. There's some people who are completely checked out.
I think if anything last year showed us, considering where we were all at expectations wise, I think it's hard to completely believe that they're completely out of it or worry about the actual names that are going to be playing for this team, considering a lot of these players have been cycling through for the past couple of seasons. And when new players come in, they've performed pretty well, especially under Jonas Eidevall. Maybe it's taken a little bit of a bit for them to get acclimated, but it was really only 2024 where the Wave had an unsuccessful season. Now on year 5, I think they probably seemed pretty poised and confident, just the way they are roster wise and in comparison to the rest of the league. Like when you really think about it and how the rest of the league has kind of been playing and developing over the past 5 years, and the Wave are in a pretty solid spot. But obviously with Delfín Cascarino leaving, that's a huge blow because she's got one of those like magical factors that you really can't account for. And she drew so much of the defensive attention to her side and like the game plan that it's going to be hard for whoever has to fill that role to be there.
I mean, it's a huge blow again for the star power as well for San Diego Wave. You do have some young superstars that are up and coming. If you've been following San Diego Wave for a while, you've come to know ¿cómo se llama? Oh my gosh.
Melanie Barcenas, Kristen McNabb.
I would love.
Player?
I would love.
Are you thinking player?
No. It was Melanie Barcenas. But again, I would love to ground myself with a game that I can be like, oh yeah, no, that Melanie Button, of course, you had the breakout game here. Like, it just still hasn't happened. McNabb is just, you know,
Kimi Escaño had a
legend.
good season last season, and I think she'll only start getting better or continue to get better. So, I mean, I think they're also kind of counting on that. I think maybe they're counting on Mel B having a breakout season or a way better season, staying healthy as well. Ken Sadali is a player that has to stay and should be wearing the captain armband now.
She better. Hey, do you think? Right?
I think she should be. I think it's either going to be her or Kennedy Wesley. One of those two will be wearing the captain's armband. I that's my opinion. But Jonas, I remember he was super weird when we asked him about it during like preseason. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was like, I'll decide. Like, I'll decide when I decide, basically. It was just like, oh, okay.
Sounds good, coach.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fascinating how that plays out. I know NWSL Media Days this week, and that's the two players that the Wave are sending. And most teams are sending like their more prominent players, and that's exactly, I think, who you could say is like, all right, who's the most famous players on the Wave right now? Kennedy Wesley, who just played for the U.S. Women's National Team against Paraguay, and I don't think she would get a call up if all the national team players were available, considering you have Naomi Graham, you have Tiernan Davidson, you have a lot of great center backs in the system right now. But Kennedy Wesley could play her way into that spot if she has a great season with the Wave, you know. And Kenza Dali too, just unreal in the midfield this last season for Wave.
Yeah, no, and I mean today, right? The news came out where they extended Gia Corley, and Gia Corley had a fantastic first half of the first quarter of the season.
Yeah.
I think she's still a great player, but I mean, you extend her. I don't know if originally what the plan was at the end of the season, who you wanted to keep. But I mean, you have to extend someone, and I guess Gia Corley is the way to go.
And I think about it this way too. I don't think they want to get into another situation that they got into with Hannah Lundqvist, where she was playing on a free agent contract or free agent year, where at the end of the season she was free to walk to Manchester United for free. So Gia Corley's contract would have been up at the end of the 2026 season. So now her contract will be up at the end of the 2028 season, because they technically signed a new 2-year contract. So end of 2027 season. So now you don't have to worry about that, at least initially. So if she does want to leave, you would be more likely to sell her on rather than let her go on a free transfer.
Yeah, and it's a young player who, again, you're still trying to see the best of. There's flashes of talent there, but it hasn't been coming in a consistent sort of way. We'll get into a little bit more of a projections, just maybe expectations on an individual level for each of these players coming up. San Diego Wave still doesn't have a full roster. There's still some pieces that need to be set. From what I understand is that there is an incoming player being announced very soon. I believe, like I said, I think people actually quoted us now, like, hey, they like 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. So something will probably materialize from here till then, because San Diego definitely needs to go ahead and just fill those last spots to be able to field a competent, to a competitive and competent team. Because you're incompetent if you don't have a full roster, right?
Yeah. And this also could potentially be a Delphine Cascarino like ripple effect of like, hey, you just choose the highest paid player on the team previously, and you probably have a lot more money to be using now. And you might want to allocate that to, extending a Gia Corley. Maybe they'll extend somebody else. I kind of think they're going to. I'm not sure though. But that's, if you're not going to add another huge signing, which is hard at this point in the NWSL offseason, maybe they'll do it again in the middle of the season. But for now, I think that's a pretty solid reallocation of that money.
Yeah, and regardless, there's still time to make moves. You see around the league in NWSL, rumors around Gotham are pretty substantial for them having a really strong team once again. You still have, Trinity, who's staying here in the States, who's staying in the NWSL.
Does Wave input or like in their contract, like do they share like what some contract, like the clauses they have? Do they have to do that?
No, but in reporting, oftentimes I think a lot of agents will tell reporters where what those kind of contracts are. So are you referring to like the Delphine Cascarino thing?
Yeah.
So the Guardian reported, which English newspaper. Wow, like that's how big this is. They're reporting on San Diego news. But anyways, they reported that Delphine Cascarino had a clause in her contract that with 1 year left, she was able to leave the Wave on a free transfer should another team in Europe wish to sign her. So basically like an opt-out clause, free. And
which is why there was no money incoming for San Diego Wave in that transaction.
But it's interesting though, because that the way that contract clause sounds like it's phrased, that doesn't sound like a mutual parting of ways to me.
Correct.
It does not.
That sounds like, hey, this is in my contract that I can leave. I'm gonna leave y'all. And it's like, well, I think you should leave too.
Yeah, that makes it mutual.
It's like, okay, that's mutual, but
yeah. So don't let it fool you. Wave did not want Cascarino to go, and that's just a fact at this point.
Exactly, and kind of going along that narrative, because people were looking at it and like, look, you guys were saying that people, it was Cascarino not wanting to stay and this and this. The onus is on the club to make the player want to stay.
Yeah,
San Diego Wave did not do that. Did not do enough for Cascarino to want to stay in San Diego. Again, for the upcoming World Cup in 2027, that can be a reality where, hey, I need to go play closer in Europe. I play in France, still a big team. But there is still a chance that, and she was still getting called up for Euros here in San Diego. There was a chance. You still have players here that you build something with, a French connection, right? You have Pearl, you still have Kenza. Technically, you still have Lorena
Facer,
but that avenue is just no longer fruitful for San Diego FC. Instead, they've opted for Ludmila and the Brazilians, Dudinha. That's where this San Diego Wave attack is heading. And now you have two sides, potentially the left wing and the right wing, with two dynamic Brazilians who in this league, if individual play has, it does have a very big impact in NWSL. Team play still, again, a great team is going to beat and be the best team regardless, but individual play on any given game is much more important to get those quick strikes and momentum changes. And that's what Cascarino does. And so if that's going to be something that's going to happen on the left wing and the right wing, but I'm still concerned about the center forward position, because that's still going to be a problem. Unless Adriana Leon is in a, just radically different mindset and reform, or just, it seemed like there were comments from Jonas just kind of hinting at, hey, don't go for business to yourself. Like, this team needs to do what they need to be doing. And sometimes in the season, it just seems like that's not what was happening. So
I think the one game that she performed really well, though, she was kind of going into business for herself. Do you remember that?
Yeah. She wanted to go ahead and score, and she wanted to do it her way, and she was frustrated, and she hurt the team by that basis. Does kind of remind you of a certain number 11 Chucky Lozano, who would go into business for his own, was frustrated, and would kind of break down the entire offense by not producing or not doing well. In any case, San Diego Wave will be participating in the Coachella Valley Invitational, something that San Diego FC will not be participating in.
As it stands right now, what would be your guys' starting 11 for Wave? Let's do this collectively, all together. On goal, Didi, right?
Didi Heretic, yeah.
as of now.
Yeah.
Diddy. Right back.
I mean,
Quincy McMahon.
sure.
Maybe Kristen McNabb.
Yeah, she can't play right back. Center back, Kennedy Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
Alongside, I saw Trinity Armstrong walking pretty well. But
Wait, you said Quincy McMahon?
Yeah.
I mean, she's not in the team, right?
Yeah, she is.
Quincy
Who you
McMahon?
Okay.
think about?
I don't know who you're thinking about. Center back. We need another center back, guys. Daniel Arias.
Daniel
Great.
Arias.
Daniel Arias, the Colombian who, was persona unidentified location alongside the other
Oh, wait,
Colombian.
Quincy McMahon is gone. My
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I was like. Wait, are you guys like playing with me? Like she's waiting to Racing Louisville.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what?
Continuing.
Okay. Sorry, I was just
No, that's on me. My bad. We gaslit you.
I was like, wait. Where are we?
Left back. God damn it.
I'm gonna go with Moroni.
Pearl. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a 4-3-3?
I mean, that's what Jonas plays.
Okay. I don't know if he's decided to adapt it because he
maybe,
doesn't
but-
like left backs and right backs anymore. All right. Center mid. You have
The defensive mid is gonna be Pickett.
Kiki Pickett.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other center mid is gonna be Kentadali.
Okay.
And other center mid, I mean, as of now, I think I would put Kimi Ascanio,
Hmm.
like attacking mid, or Gia Corley. Yes.
Not Barcenas.
I think Kiki Pickett doesn't start, and you'd put Lorena Facer kind of in that
Mm-hmm.
6-ish role, and then Kimi Ascanio in the 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
And
left
obviously in the
Ludmilla on the left wing.
And the left wing.
Ludmilla on the right wing. And Kimi Ascanio.
Kimi
And then
Ascanio
they
can play
was
center
playing up
forward, too.
top.
she could.
But you have to put Adriana Leon there.
I mean, on paper right now, yeah.
Yeah. She'll need to get it done. Move still incoming for San Diego Wave. Pay attention. Leah Godfrey.
I don't think she starts.
Some of these, at least one of these college players might start, but it does take a while for them to truly like integrate into the starting 11 usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%. It's going to take some time for this team to actually get started because their preseason ramp is much, much longer than San Diego FC, who don't have a preseason left. But yeah, hey, Trusty, hey, you're going to get different things here on the pod. We have a
Yes.
lot of San Diego FC to talk.
And we're gonna be
So-
bringing the baller crew to talk San Diego FC.
We put things where it makes sense. Sometimes San Diego FC goes first. Sometimes San Diego Wave goes first. Sometimes,
Sometimes we just
trying to
talk
think.
about Marvel characters in a starting 11 for the whole show.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There was, what was it? Somebody else decided to do that for us. Who was it? I saw online.
There's some Star Wars ones going around.
No.
now.
I know. But
It was Tom
somebody.
Hiddleston. That's who it was.
That's right.
Hmm.
I believe Philippe actually sent it to me. Yeah, he did.
Uh,
Yeah, no, he was talking all this shit about who's gonna be in my his team absolutely blows
Compared to all three of our teams.
compared to
Yeah,
our three
100%.
teams. I'm very upset that Loki decided to go in the way that he decided to go.
You play us all. Who's goalkeeper?
Spider-Man.
Nice.
Hulk, centre-back.
Terrific.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
he
nice.
could be both centre-backs, couldn't
Yeah. So who's your midfield? Floki's got to be 10 because he just.
he? Floats.
I love that.
Loki
So
at the 10? I don't like it.
who had Loki? I had Loki at a center back.
Yeah, Loki as a center back. Okay.
Like he's hanging on to all the timelines right now.
Where was
like,
Spider-Man?
Abe had Spider-Man, I believe. Abe had Spider-Man at center mid.
Okay. That's like a Ramirez type, like a Moises Caicedo.
Can swing around the whole
He can go
field.
anywhere. Yeah, like he
Box-
can go anywhere.
Box to box. All right.
Who's your
Iron
other midfielders? Where's Iron Man?
Yeah, he's a midfield player.
Iron Man is not a midfield player. He's
I had Iron Man as a center mid too.
that's the way. Igual que Paul Scholes. Who?
You think he's a midfielder?
Just in front of Hulk.
Justin.
No,
Incredible.
who had Hulk? Hulk was a defender at center back for Abe.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Oh,
Did
no,
he
Man,
win?
no, he's not
He's
quick.
quick.
Iron Man's not quick. He's
Iron Man's not quit. He's got jet fucking packs on.
that doesn't make him quick, guy. All right.
What a fun topic.
You have entered the yes, we will eventually have to do a Justice League one or just a DC Comics one.
Yeah.
And then Emma Hayes did that Star Wars one. That wasn't great, but it was okay.
Where would you
Wars
put
is-
Luke?
I don't even know if he makes my team, man.
That's being way. That's being way. That's
He doesn't
Okay.
make your team?
he doesn't.
Dude, he got trained by old man Yoda. He didn't he's completely screwed up the Jedi Order for years after the fact too.
That still doesn't disqualify how talented he is.
Raw talent maybe, but I mean, he left his coach before he was done training to go get his arm cut off.
Chucky
in-
Lozano
in
did
Fire
something
Strike
similar.
Back. He didn't listen. He doesn't listen to his coach, man. Come on, you need a coachable player.
You also need a Maverick, just up top at the 9, a Kun Agüero. And that's Luke in episode 6. Like Luke episode 6 with a black on black with a green lightsaber.
A little
No,
bit of the dark side in him. Yeah, that's true.
no, you
Slipping
can
out of the Starlight pit. Yeah, I do think that's fair.
go ahead and not
You have
have.
to be that specific version of him, though.
Yeah, 100%. Darth Vader as the entire team. He just chokes everybody out. Well, okay. Well, there's counters to that.
Obi-Wan is a solid center mid.
Obi-Wan that's your Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
That's-
he's a solid center mid.
Obi-Wan is Xabi Alonso.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never seen him in the same room. A Maverick on the left wing. Well, I need somebody on the wing who knows attack, can also come back and defend, and that's somebody who you can trust and is also fast. Who else but Han Solo? Like we're going battlefield rules.
Who's the coach? Palpatine.
No.
Master plan. Are you kidding me? Like what?
No. Nope. Who is your coach?
I don't want to do Yoda because that's too easy.
Yeah,
but-
nobody on the
That's so
Jedi
easy.
Council
Yeah, that's too
deserves to be a coach because they didn't see Anakin coming from way out.
Oh,
Palpatine's
Luton Rail, actually.
Hmm.
In case you guys watched Andor or not, but
Hmm.
if you talk about master planner and true organizer of rebellion and trying to stop fascism, I think Luton Rail's a great coach.
Who can smell a trap out of nowhere? Who actually led a command through? Like
He didn't smell a trap. Are you talking about Admiral Akbar?
Admiral Akbar,
He said it was a trap after it was a trap.
but hey,
We got caught in the trap. Like what?
and guess what? He was able to be dynamic and adjusted in game adjustments. You don't see Mike Ibarra's doing that.
All right, yeah. That's is there anything else San Diego way? I mean, their season's coming up, the preseason's coming up, and Coachella. Abe, you said you're gonna be in Coachella for this.
I will be in Coachella for this more soon. More soon. What's the word?
Sooner?
Sooner?
Sooner will be NWSL Media Day this week on Wednesday and Thursday. That I'm going to be there. I'll be sure to get interviews with some San Diego Wave players. Also, me official will be there speaking. So
Oh,
I'll be talking. That's who Seattle's sending out. So
nice.
Tell her your homies with Delante.
okay. I don't think I will, but okay.
You're
Um,
lost. Alante's a
Lando
homie.
for a
Yeah.
nod?
If you guys have any specific questions or like really important questions you want me to ask Ken Zadali or Kennedy Wesley, let me know. Or some other NWSL players I think I'm going to be talking to.
That's no.
Barbara Banda, I think I might talk to.
Ooh.
Who else did I have on the list? Temwa Chawinga potentially. I'm not sure that.
Is she
Are you
come-
going
is
to
she
talk to
fine?
the highest paid soccer player in the women's game?
Trinity Rodman will be there. I think she's going to be so overfilled with people trying to talk to her that I'm going to try and talk to some other people.
Yeah, it's like the Mona Lisa in the Louvre. Like everybody.
And last time I tried talking to Trinity Rodman, she was very upset at the media, so I was pretty uncomfortable, so I didn't ask her a question.
I mean, you just love, upsetting players. And
No, it was when the U.S. Women's National Team lost to Mexico 2-0, and like all the U.S. Women's National Team players were getting like that was like the first away game they've ever played in the United States because it was in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
So like actual Mexican fans were showing up and like whistling and kind of going crazy. And I don't think they were prepared for that. And then you had like a lot of Mexican media there, kind of like throwing a little bit, a little bit, especially in those post game interviews. And it was really interesting to see. And that was also like pretty soon after like their failure in the World Cup. So it was all like, oh, everything's on a downturn. Then they just lost to Mexico. Oh my gosh, is the U.S. Women's National Team like over? It was all insane at the time.
This is funny.
I don't think Abe was going to ask Lindsay Heaps if Tyler Vents
about choking.
That's a great question, but she's not going to be there.
Yes, 100%.
She's still in France playing.
George, have you seen the Mona Lisa? Very small painting, not worth standing in line to get pickpocketed. No, 100%. Go literally next to it is a masterpiece by the romantic artist Jericho, the Raft of the Medusa, like literally right next to it. And this is like an 18-foot like madresota. And everybody's like, mira la Mona Lisa.
There's a Mona Lisa cat box that your cat can like lay in there, and it's like the Mona Lisa's holding your cat.
That I hate that. I don't like the Mona Lisa, and I hate it even more because of that. Anyways, that's it for San Diego Wave. Coachella wise, we're really looking forward to seeing them played against the Denver Summit. But yeah,
I'm interested too. Yeah, Denver, they signed basically mostly all veteran players and like only like a couple young players. So they just like went all out in the veteran realm. So and then Boston kind of did the opposite. They got like a lot of college players. So it's kind of like the perfect chance for like, let's see how these two philosophies work.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really young players, but like a pretty good coach going to work, or it's just all veterans going to work? It's an interesting NWSL season this year for sure.
Starting 11 with artists and painters. Oh, dude, I'd be here all night.
Yeah,
I would be here all night.
I would.
I mean, do you want a Picasso who's very structured in his cubism, but also kind of isn't as consistent as he wants to be, but he also has the creativity to move forward and keep a team together? You have the classics, the Michelangelo who does magic while laying on his back. He's multimedia. He can get it done. That's your 10, actually. Michelangelo's your 10 for sure. He can do sculptures. He can do frescoes. He can do paintings. He can do incredible stuff. And we can be here all day. All right.
Diego Rivera on the wing. Where's Diego Rivera playing?
Diego Rivera is actually on the East Germany side because he was a Nazi. So there's that.
I think he was a communist, not a Nazi. Was he a Nazi?
He painted a Nazi symbol when he was commissioned to, I think, in Mexico and or Rockefeller.
I remember it was in Mexico. He was part of the Communist Party.
Yeah, but he actually painted a swastika.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to throw Frida Kahlo in.
Frida is probably the captain on the W side of the painting team of this. I'm actually going to do this. Yes, we went highbrow. We can go up and down. I can bring you down and, just be in the depths of just bigotry of what we talk here.
Felipe is just out here. He's wild. Felipe, you're wilding tonight,
Next
man.
starting 11 on dictators.
Donald Trump.
You want to go ahead and have a solid base, but your captain, unfortunately, if you want to win, if we're talking about winning, is Genghis Khan. Like, if we're talking about just outright victory, that guy was just ruled. All right, not ruled with an iron fist, a furred iron fist. That's a very deep joke. All right, let's talk some San Diego FC. All right, we still have Abe here. Abe, you said you're going to travel out.
Got to travel for that media day thing to LA. So,
all right, have a good one. Represent San Diego well.
Safe travels.
Say hi to everybody. With that, we're going to bring in a couple of blokes who are local, San Diego products.
This is going to be a combined Sarape, but also SDFC talk because these guys know ball.
They know ball because they are the baller crew.
Yeah,
Even though sometimes I'm looking at their challenges, which are so fun. Today I was disappointed in one of them. Just
which one did you
the
see?
transfer. He's watching. Yep. But we're going to bring it on here for the Sarape / SDFC mix.
It's gonna be a fun one.
100%. Let me find it. Boom. All right, so we have here the baller crew, Brandon and Esteban, local legends. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
What is up, baller crew?
We're good. We're doing great. As you know, San Diego FC is really ramping up once again. This time last year, what were you guys doing in preparation for a season that you didn't know what was going to happen? And how are you? See, this is the same question I asked the players. How are you better prepared now to move into this season?
I mean, with Coachella Valley, we went to Palm Springs up there and we watched the first game. So it was all of that, and then listening to you guys talk about all the transfers that we're going through and trying to go to as many Chrome Ball tours and just trying to be in the community and just learn more about our team. But yeah,
I think we saw you guys at Coachella and we were like, it was the first game we scored first. I remember like a little set, or yeah, we went up 1-0. I think we went up with like a set piece and then just got destroyed. And I was like, oh no, like this could be a rough one. But hey, we stayed strong, got our seats in the supporter section for the season, and then we're here for round 2. So I'm excited.
I think that was a set piece, short pass to Chucky. Chucky crossed it to Patty McNair header.
Patty McNair. Yes.
Who, I mean, sounds like it's on the way out.
Yeah. So rumors. Actually, we'll start here because again, we'll mix it in and out with news / rumors / perspectives. Again,
here at Two Balls in the Mic, we like to go with the flow of things.
I hated that.
Patty McNair, is he leaving? He's done, skis?
It seems like, yeah. So it's just a formality here on out for Patty McNair to no longer be part of the club. That is the position that San Diego FC has the most depth, not just in terms of center backs, just defenders in general.
Manu Dua really kicked him back to the old pond,
He 100% did. I mean, guys, would you guys be upset, sad to see Patty go, as Manu Dua is now stepping up into that role and really just becoming the center back of San Diego?
I'll go first. I would like Patty to stay, but I mean, Fabrizio already said it. Whole City, I believe, is the transfer movement, the deal. The reason why I would like him to stay is so that because Manu is a 6. Manu is a center defensive mid, but Mikey Vara has used him as a center back. So he's a good player in case someone goes international, injury, something like that. Manu would be a great replacement in the midfield. Patty was good. He just lost his starting position, and just Manu just came out on top.
Yeah, I think it's tough because he was out of all the center backs in the beginning, like he was the guy, and then out of nowhere, I think Manu had like a few games where he was still doing his dribble out of the back thing, and he still does, obviously, but he sort of started to learn the league a little more. Then McVay kind of cemented his spot. I'm 50-50 on it. I think he'd be good for depth, but I don't think you can have a player like that just sit on the bench. So I think he just wants to go somewhere where he knows he can start, but he would have been good for depth. So
I think Esteban, just to kind of follow up on what you said, like we asked Manu Dua if he eventually wants to be a 6 again, and he said, I'm gonna play where the coach wants me to play, and he's happy to stay at the center back position. I think he realized, and I've seen videos of content creators do this, where a center defensive mid finally plays as a center back and realizes how much easier it is to be a center back than a defensive mid. And I think Manu Dua is a much better center back. Like, I think he's just a cheat code at the center back position, and Mikey Vara's discovered that, and he's going to use that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, and he gives a lot of help to the goalkeeper, whoever it may be, in the back. Both of you, fans of the net. You saw Manu Dua just doing goal line clearances like that. That's one where I don't care who you are, you buy that guy a drink after for each one of those
100%.
exponentially.
And I'm not saying he's the perfect center back. There's he has to work on a lot at the center back position. He gets beat out the back a lot. And that's something that, when you grow up playing the center back position, you know how to stop, and he's barely adapting. So I think that's something that he's probably working in that offseason. I'm sure they kind of caught that he's gotten beat with the long ball behind his back. So I wouldn't be surprised if they practice that. Hopefully
they get him into there. But in the goalkeeping role, you had two players battling essentially with Dos Santos and Pablo Cisniega, and then Ran Faris, somebody the four of us know very well, kind of got himself some MLS playoff minutes here at the end. What has it been like just seeing that develop for you guys? And again, I want to get your honest, just like as people who follow it, because again, both of you follow this team very, very closely and are passionate. And we've seen you in the supporter section. We've seen you around the stadium, not just with content, but just enjoying the actual product as a fan. So what were your favorites in net, and what were your takeaways from what you saw?
I'll go first. I like CJ. CJ was really good. I mean, he played most of the season. A lot of mistakes were made at the beginning, but that's the adaptation process it takes for a goalkeeper in that style of play. Playing out of the back is not the most comfortable things as a goalkeeper myself. But he adapted really well, and he gave us really good. He gave us a great run until that injury in Portland. Then Pablo Cisniega stepped in. I do see Pablo Cisniega a little shaky because then again, he didn't get as much playing time as CJ. But I like Pablo's bravery. Just in goal, he just gives me a lot of security coming out for those set piece balls. Great shot stopper. It's just getting those touches right in goal. But I think both are great. Pablo definitely has the upper hand because he's not injured like CJ. And I don't know, Duran. I mean, Mikey sees it all, right? So however they're performing at Sharp Healthcare Performance Center in El Cajon, whatever he sees and whoever he thinks is going to be the starting keeper, that's this Mikey's prerogative. But I think both are great, but Pablo has the upper hand right now.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at it like in terms of the whole thing, I'd love to see Duran get to start a cup game. Just give him a start, just so we can see something happen. But in terms of comparing the two goalies that like actually started games, I think the team feels like more comfortable with Cisniega sometimes, although he's a little shaky with his feet. CJ is definitely better with his feet. I think that comes from the fact that CJ got to actually play in games more. But like when it comes to the playoffs, I mean, what goalie can you expect to save so many penalties in a penalty shootout? Like, I feel like the team like almost respected Cisniega a little more, because as a fan, obviously I love the team, but you have to be honest. When I watch CJ play sometimes and a goal goes in or something bad happens, I don't want to say he's whining, but it's like he's very frustrated, like anyone would be, but I think he comes off the wrong way as opposed to Pablo. He's calm. Sure, I think in the Leagues Cup games he spilled a few, but I think he's more of a calm guy. So I'm honestly, for me, it's between the two, and I'd love to see Duran get a start.
Yeah, I agree with that. Go Chico.
Yeah, no, I agree. Everything you guys are saying, like Pablo, CJ is better with his feet. That also goes with that he's that much younger, right? He's 24, 25 years old. Like, he's easier to mold into a style, especially when Pablo has had a career behind him playing a specific style. So I think, Tony, you said it before, like Pablo is the better shot stopper.
Yeah, no, he's that prototypical Mexican style of a goalkeeper from the old academia. Sales porque sales, cabrón. Like, you're going to make yourself wide and you're going to take a hit. And doesn't matter if you take, your defender out in the process. He shouldn't have been there. He should have stopped that before I even got to you. Right now, I'm gonna fucking yell at you for not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna shove you in front of a. I saw that the other day. A player shoved the defender to block. I think it was in Barcelona, right? And just shoved him right in front of the ball, and he got lasered. And it's like, yeah, no, I put my player in a position to be successful.
Do we know if CJ is good to go now?
So CJ currently is not feeling the most comfortable in training. He's not wearing the mask, but after an injury like he had and the concussion that he suffered, he's still getting back into it. The last thing that we talked to him about at the exit interviews was that he was barely allowed to trot a little bit, and that he didn't feel comfortable. And that was a month, 2 months not even ago? That. Like the way he described it, like he just like when he moved, like his face moves.
Yeah,
because it broke his face. Yeah. Right. And so that has to not just go into the confidence aspect, but your face has to heal.
So there's a high chance it's Pablo against Pumas.
So right now there's 4 goalkeepers on SanDiego.FC training grounds. And this has to do with the fact that, yes, exactly. Well, Pablo has a red card for MLS, so he can't play for that first one. CJ, if he's not ready, he's not going to be able to play even to back up Duran. Duran gets to start, and then he needs a backup goalkeeper. So that's what's going on over at Singing Hills for that.
Chucky can play backup goalkeeper.
Did they officially sign the other goalie that we drafted?
No, not yet. I think they're technically still like on trial.
Yeah. So there's a couple of guest players. We'll actually get into what happened over at Singing Hills this last weekend as SanDiego.FC faced the only official. It's very interesting. Only official preseason match against San Jose Earthquakes. We actually spoke about. They've already faced Bayern Munich too. They've already faced a couple of teams here locally, but the only one that was announced was against San Jose Earthquakes. But yeah, I mean, on the goalkeeping topic, it's very interesting. Answer the question: no, SanDiego.FC will not play in Open Cup. They got bigger, badder fish to fry in Leagues Cup. Ooh. But it all starts internationally here this upcoming February 3rd with Snapdragon Stadium receiving once again, yes, Cholos on Wednesday against SanDiego.FC, receiving a yes. Sorry, I'm just seeing questions here. Jorge Campos, he's at the game randomly. Yeah, he actually has somebody that he knows that works for the club personally. So that's why you actually see him a lot at San Diego. But in any case, Pumas, SanDiego.FC versus Pumas, international affair.
Like talk about goalkeepers, right? You're gonna get to see Keylor Navas representing Pumas. Like that's
Senor goalkeeper.
That's the hype of it. You know, you're facing
that's
that.
Esteban, bro.
Yeah,
that's
like
Esteban.
I mean, Esteban. Yeah, get to see Keylor Navas. Man.
That's your guy.
That is my guy. I mean, when I'm in goal, I try to emulate his style. He gave us 3 Champions League with Real Madrid. I love his style and the way he carries himself. If you follow him on social media, very positive guy, very humble. Likes to help his local community in Costa Rica. I actually saw him again. I saw him at Snapdragon when they played either Curaçao or it was one of those random Suriname. I forget the team, but
you were the one person at that game.
Yeah, I was there just for Keylor Navas, solely just for him. I had to see him in the flesh. It was great. I filmed the whole thing. There's a little video of his warm up, his entire warm up routine. It's fantastic. It's just class. To see him again in Snapdragon Stadium is going to be great. I mean, he's a tough goalkeeper. He's very agile. His technique is impeccable. He's super brave. One of the bravest keepers I've ever seen. I'm excited. I'm excited for this battle versus Pumas. I only know Keylor Navas and Carrasquilla, which is Aníbal Godoy's other center mid companion there. He's a good player. So we'll see what they got versus us.
Is he the guy who, like, when we went to the USA game, is he the center mid with the long hair?
Yes,
the
Pulisic.
He won the golden ball for that. He was the best player of the Gold Cup that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was pretty much up for grabs for a DP signing for an MLS team, but Pumas ended up being able to pay more money, so he went to the Liga MX. He is a starter there. I know Pumas signed Juninho, who's a player that's playing in
Yes.
Brazil. He's also season like he signed late December, so he's still kind of getting into like that starting 11 place. Other player I know from Pumas is JJ Macias, but he's always injured. He's just a striker that came out of Chivas, but dude has had it rough. Like this guy has had like 3 career-ending injuries, and he still comes back, and it's time to hang up the boots for him.
So yeah, I mean, and the only time we've seen San Diego FC face a Mexican side or Mexican sides was in Leagues Cup, and it was not the best showing whatsoever. I mean, the worst attended game was the third one that they actually ended up winning against Mazatlan, but that's a team that minus 5 months will cease to exist. So that's a level of play. So we'll see what that means. Brandon, what does it mean when you see San Diego FC now coming back and representing the city in an international stage against Pumas, which that's a pretty big team. Even 2016 Brandon wearing an LA Galaxy jersey would know.
Jeez. Yeah, bro. Hey, we had when we had no team, we had to drive up to LA and watch them. So
very true.
I don't know. I don't know much about Liga MX. I know a little about Cholos, a little about Tigres, like just like a general knowledge. So I did some research on Pumas. They're what, 5th or 6th right now. They're 1-2, and their games are like pretty fiery. In the last 4, 2 red cards in each on either side, not necessarily their team. But I mean, last time we played the 3 different teams from Liga MX, not a great showing. I think it's the Liga MX style is significantly different than the MLS. Like, sure, it's pretty physical, but the MLS is kind of known for just athleticism and being physical. But that league is extremely fast paced. I don't think that SDFC's style per se suits a matchup against the Liga MX team that well, because they want to hit you on the counter, and we commit so many guys forward. And I feel like, I don't know what the odds are, but I feel like it's gonna be a tight one. I think it's gonna be a tight one, if not favoring Pumas. Maybe. I know we were really good last season, but historically, I mean, the only team we beat was, like you said, Mazatlan, who's gone. So I'm excited. I'm just excited to be back, but I'm gonna be optimistic because obviously it's my club, but I don't really know much. But yeah,
well,
I'm just excited to be back. So
one of the elements that might have been able and ready to do some damage against a Mexican team, because he knows that tempo, that space, sometimes you got to be a little bit more fiery with the Mexican Liga MX teams, is obviously Irving El Chucky Lozano. So I think this is kind of your chance now to kind of, let's see where you guys stand. Everybody's kind of on either side of the spectrum. It's either Chucky FC of he can do no wrong, it doesn't matter, Mikey Varas, and that's what the comment section has been for the past 2 weeks on anything we post. Chucky Lozano, whether it's here, whether it's the Chromaniacs, it's Mikey Varas, his ego is too big, this and this and this. Well, what I can tell you is, and I've been saying this, is that it wasn't just a Mikey Varas decision. This was a decision that was made obviously with leadership in mind, but leadership also includes the leaders on the team, on the actual starting roster, on the 11, on the squad side of things. So it wasn't just a Mikey Varas decision. This was something that it had friction throughout the season, and the friction also came with his teammates. So it's not just a one size fits all; it's a one size fits most argument in this situation. Because Mikey Varas is one of the ones that made that decision, but it's not just on him. Not necessarily apologizing for him, but on the other side too, it's like, well, nobody's bigger than the team, and it seems like Chucky thought that, and now he's weaponizing the public and his Instagram stories and saying, "So buena persona. I'm a great story." I'll start with you, Esteban. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, the club made I would say a very bold decision. I mean, I personally don't know any of the things that are happening behind the scenes, but apparently, well, it was at the point that it was bad that the club made a decision to part ways. I would have liked him to stay at least another year, but that's not going to happen anymore. So you kind of just have to accept it. And kind of be happy that it happened, that we had him for a season. But now you just have to move on and look to see who we can get, because that's a DP spot. And I think Peña said it in the Chromaniacs, you need at least a second DP to really compete and to really make a shot at MLS Cup. So if that's Mohamed Salah, if that's someone from the Brazilian league, if that's someone from Liga MX, I don't know. I don't have those answers. But hopefully, if we do get someone, hopefully that person is an absolute baller and can help us win an MLS Cup. But I have seen Chucky actually out and about. I went to UTC with my family and I just saw him there. And honestly, I didn't know what to say. I usually like to speak to the players. I've seen a couple players out and about. I've seen Tomas Angel. I've seen Franco Negri. I've seen Anders Dreyer at Costco, like I mentioned last week. But this time he was at UTC, and I didn't really know what to say, because what I say, hey, thank you, gracias por todo lo que hiciste por el club. But I was like, I just walked past him. I was like, I don't know what to say to you. Damn. Because I don't know. It was one of the
Esteban Hollywood and Chucky.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where I didn't want to make it awkward with his family there. It's like, oh, thank you for everything. So I was like, no, I was just happy to see him, to be honest. I was just like, whoa, that's cool. He's at UTC. Yeah, that's pretty chill.
I think. Yeah, that's interesting. You just pass by him.
I just didn't know what to say to you. I don't know. I just didn't want to.
We saw him one time at Costco with his family
again. Yeah,
when he was injured, which I'll lead into my point. I loved watching him. I think he was like he didn't fit I understand tactically you need a style. He didn't fit the style, unfortunately. And I wanted to support him. And unfortunately, this fan base, I think, needs someone like him, or at least another player, given we're such a big Mexican fan base. I think the bulk of the fan base needs someone like this just to have in the team. Sure, there's Cisniega, but I think there's someone that should be consistently on the squad that can kind of speak to them, because I mean, there was no Dreyer mania. It was Chucky mania. You saw how many people came out. But I don't know. Like, I was listening to I don't listen to it that much, but Lennon Donovan and Tim Howard have their podcast, and they know the MLS inside and out. And they were speaking about the same thing. If you miss on a DP, like you are messed up for a good couple of years, because you're locked in, paying him at such a high price. No one's going to want to pay that. And Donovan obviously knows SanDiego, and he was speaking on it about paying him $7-something a year. Like no team in Liga MX is going to pay that for someone they know. Like Tony, you've said it a million times, is quote unquote like a parasite in the locker room. You know, like it is affecting the squad. But to be honest with you, I'm neither keep or get rid of him. I'm not on the side, honestly, because he had some great moments, but I don't know where we go from here, because we haven't gotten rid of him. Like, it's not like we have a free DP spot. We have 2 DPs right now. He is still on our team, and there's no real like concrete, like, oh, like someone is in talks with him. You know, I think it was a team in, what was it, in Spain or something? Yeah. But I don't know. I think this fan base needs a top Mexican player to root for. Alexi Vega, someone up there. But I don't know. I don't know what it'll look like. So I think when it comes to your comment section, how that goes, like what happened with Orlowski? The Orlowski brotherhood is gonna forever think about him till 15 years down the road. They're gonna be like, remember Orlowski. Same thing for Chucky. Like, everyone's gonna be the same. So just got to move on, honestly. But I don't know what'll happen. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've been saying that. I think, you know, there's the Chucky defender and then there's the Mikey Varas defenders, and I will keep saying this, that I think Mikey Varas and Tyler Heaps are still very much rookies in their field, and you know, this was a hard situation to navigate through for any coach, any like sporting director. Like, you have a high profile player like Chucky Lozano, and you don't want him. And I said it last week. I don't think they ever wanted him in this team, but he was thrown at them. and said, hey, you have to build around Chucky Lozano. They said, okay, cool. They proved that they can do it without Chucky Lozano and convinced the front office and leadership, we don't need him. Can we get rid of him? But like you said, Tony, now they kind of tainted his name.
Yeah.
And you can't sell him anywhere.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like you just said it right there. Like, can we sell this? We did it without him. Can we sell him? Yes. All right, cool. And they trusted that he would be gone by now, but it hasn't happened. And now the time is February 1st. Like February 2nd, if he's still on the roster, you're kind of screwed for at least this window to get rid of that second DP spot because it's important, right?
And you know whose fault it is because you can't sell him? It's Mikey Varas. Because
Varas
you benched him in the playoffs.
Well, not even that. You just came out and character assassinated the guy and said nobody's going to want this guy. Nobody's going to want this guy. We're so happy for him to play in the World Cup somewhere else, but he's going to get there elsewhere. We're going to go ahead and as you see, the comments are lighting up. And that's the thing that is left to be seen. We're not going to know until halfway through the season whether it was a good choice. We're not going to know until the end of the season if this was a good choice to leave Chucky Lozano off the roster. And that question is, even if they don't win the whole thing, you saw it last year, this game would have turned to SanDiego FC side had Chucky started against Vancouver. We won't know.
Mikey Varas is banking on Amal Pellegrino, and come on, like I'd rather have a 30-year-old Chucky Lozano than a 35-year-old Amal Pellegrino. Like that's a no-brainer.
And I think you're onto that with that Maverick sort of like new style, new kids on the block. We're going to be transparent as it gets, and sometimes that's part of the business. That's the old way of doing business. Is hey, just calladitos, and then we'll just go ahead and negotiate old school handshake and over a steak dinner. And that's how negotiations happen. Not necessarily this guy is the worst. We don't want him here. One unilateral thing of we want him to play in the World Cup, but just not here. Speaking of World Cup, Javier Aguirre, the manager for Mexico, actually had some words. I don't know if you guys caught this for Chucky Lozano, of a conversation that he had with Irving about his situation coming up. So this is, I believe, last week, cortesía de TV Azteca for Javier Aguirre. We'll go ahead and play it. It's completely in Spanish, so I'll go ahead and live translate as we go. Brandon's like, yes,
thank you.
You need to work on it, Brandon. What are you talking about? All right, Javier Aguirre on the conversation that he had with Chucky Lozano about his situation.
Yo hablo con él.
As soon as I unmute it, right there.
Thank you.
Por cierto, en esta situación. Sí, yo hablo con él más de una vez, por cierto, en esta situación que se le presentó.
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times since this situation has been presented to him.
La conversación es privada, evidentemente, pero sí te diría que yo tengo más argumentos si están jugando.
Obviously, this conversation that I had with him is going to remain private for obvious reasons. But for me, I want my players fit and playing to have an argument. To raise their hand to be in my squad, you have to be in that sort of area.
Él y cualquiera. Entendería situaciones personales que, bueno, pues que están en Europa y no juegan con la frecuencia o el minutaje que me gustaría.
It doesn't matter if you're a player that's in Europe and you're just sitting on the bench, you're not getting the time that you want to play. That doesn't matter to me.
Pero sí me gusta que el juego esté en forma física por lo menos y futbolística, ¿no?
Wait, to reference, to fix that a little bit,
yes.
He's meaning like, there's certain situations for players where it's like, okay, like, and one of those is being in Europe, but like he wants them to be fit, at least physically.
Mm-hmm. At least physically, or in a soccer sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at least you've touched the ball in live minutes recently.
Porque un jugador que igual tiene 8 meses sin jugar, está en la banca en el Liverpool o en no sé dónde, es difícil. Aún así, soy de los que, me eché 15 años en España, de los que creen que aún estando en la banca, los entrenamientos son muy exigentes.
Yeah, so exactly. Like even if you're on the bench, I don't care if you're in Liverpool, I don't care where you're at, the training sessions are rigorous and they're going to put you in that position to be ready to play.
He dicho más de una vez en esta sala, en salas anteriores, el hecho de ir a otro país, otro clima, otra alimentación, otra afición, otro tipo de entrenamiento, te condiciona, te alerta, ¿no? Te despierta los 5 sentidos y ya solo ese hecho te hace mejorar.
So he's saying right there, that I've mentioned it before, that even if you go to another place that's foreign, it's a different climate, it's a different training
Diet.
regime, it's a different diet, it's a different everything. Like sometimes that just wakes a player up and puts him in an alert sense of way to prepare him and prime him for a tournament.
Clima, nieve, ay caray, nunca me ha tocado la nieve, la comida, cómo se come esto, o que te hablen en holandés, el entrenador, ¿no? Entonces sí, no es fácil para ellos.
Yeah, it's like it's not easy for the players to go ahead and do this, even if you go over
When it's a new environment.
It's a new environment. You're going with a coach that's speaking to you in Dutch, and you're just like, oh, okay, like it's wake you up.
Y eso los obliga a ser mejores. Pero bueno, sí he hablado resumiendo con Irving, y bueno, yo pues pienso que esto es su decisión.
So he's saying that, and yes, this was going back to talking about Irvin specifically. This was his decision.
Él tendrá que estar, pensar en todo lo que esto implica.
He's going to go ahead and have to think about all of this and everything that's implicated in his decision.
Y veremos qué sucede.
And we'll just see what he decides. And
to me, that sounds a lot like, I had the conversation with Chucky, told him he needs to be playing, especially if you're in MLS.
Mhm.
If you're in this side of the continent, Liga MX, MLS, you have to be playing. And even if you're staying like fit physically,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think Chucky has made up his mind, and I think he's made peace with not going to the World Cup.
Mhm.
And I think that's what Chucky, that's the hill he's on. And he's like, well, thinking of my kids' future, thinking of everything. I can be making bank here, and physically I'm not going to be having to do all the traveling, and I get to live in San Diego. And when you really sit down and think about it, when you think about it on a job aspect,
Go look at his stories.
this guy is living the dream.
100%.
Living in one of the best cities in the world,
Mhm.
getting paid millions of dollars
Mhm.
to just go to training.
I think he's fine with the UNC status. I think he's good with that. I think he doesn't care. I honestly don't. I think he enjoys San Diego and is kind of growing into his kid is like growing into his what it looks like. He's like it's the like what's the like elementary years of the kid's life, and I feel like he cares so much about that to where that he might just be putting it in the past. All this. So I don't know. I want to hear him speak, though. I want to hear Chucky speak about this.
He won't.
Like, I know. It's just
Won't
like
let him.
I want to hear it so bad.
You're going to hear it through Fabrizio, and he's saying, yeah, he wants to stay. And that's the last thing you heard, Esteban?
Yeah, and by Javier Aguirre, that was an interesting response because he said decision, su decisión.
Mhm.
So I think I agree with Brandon that he made peace with okay, I'm being paid this much here in San Diego and it's not looking like a good situation. So he's enjoying San Diego, and I mean it's the nicest place in the US right now. So why wouldn't he? So yeah.
So people, if that happens to be true, right? And you're a diehard San Diego FC fan, you should be pissed too. But looking at it from an outside point of view is like, well, I mean, maybe your boss didn't want you here, like the work culture didn't want you here, but you're getting paid this much. You kind of like suck it up, and you're like, I'm gonna have to stick here another year.
Well, it might not be his decision, right? And so this is what I'll come back to you guys again here with Baller Crew, Esteban Toscano, and Brandon. You have to help me with your last name, bro. Again, siempre.
El Assad.
I'm gonna explain it. El Assad.
El Assad.
El Assad.
Ah, pues en español, El Assad.
El Assad,
Ah,
yeah.
pues en español.
Wait,
El Assad.
you're Mexican. You can't struggle with last names.
Well, I can't. I just want to be respectful because sometimes, sometimes.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna say something right now. Anis, his last name is Saidi.
Saidi. There we
It's
go.
Arabic. Saidi, not Saidi. Saidi.
I like that.
I mean, it's not like we talk about him much.
I don't think he's part of the.
Sometimes.
we get the pronunciation, guys, where the
yeah.
player says it himself. So I'll look out for that now. That's how we learned Oni Balakari. First time around. All right, you're Tyler Heaps, guys. Do you cut Chucky Lozano's contract? You just pay him out and just get rid of it?
If we have the funds, and as you mentioned, like February is right around the corner, we need to make a decision. A decision needs to be made so that the club benefits and to move on from this saga. I mean, who said it? Craig said it. If it's like chump change and it's on his mattress and they can pay that, then they should. If they want to have a chance for the MLS title and get a DP that really fits in the system, I think that would be a very beneficial decision. And if they don't, then we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, Lewis Morgan is an absolute baller, and we'll see what he has. Yeah, I want to see what I want to see from San Diego FC is I want to see more footage, more preseason stuff. We would see that last season with what was it, Phoenix Rising and another team I forget, but they put all the goals out that were scored that game. So hopefully we get more clips of different players and stuff.
Yeah, I think, like Esteban said, if it's about the money and he can spare it, let's do it. If we're not going to end up playing him, what's the point of having him raw on the bench, or not even on the bench, on like just watching it from wherever he's going to watch the games, I guess. But I think that's the only answer, because if they're going to, I don't think they're going to go back on their word. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, actually, you know what? We've thought about it. We're going to rock with him. He's going to play. I think if they can spare the money, let's get him out. And is there a vice versa, as opposed to how much money we would, if we keep him, as opposed to cutting him? What's the difference in money? Like, is there a huge difference, or as in like writing out his contract, or like what are the two scenarios?
I think you technically still owe him $14 million. Like it's the 3-year contract, $21 million contract, $7 million a year. So I mean, I think Tyler Heaps is a person that talks about a budget and is like, if it's within our budget, we'll do it. I think if this was within their budget, they would have done it a long time ago. I think if they've had time to shop him around, they've had time for this, and no one's interested in paying or buying him. And I think if it was a possibility of terminating the contract and just taking the hit, I think they would have done it. I think Tyler Heaps knows he can't do that. That would put him at risk of losing his job as well. And at the end of the day, like, that's his job, to put a winning team on together, but also make revenue.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, Hercules Gomez, he actually hit us up and we're exchanging a couple of things, because, he did have Eric Gomez on and talk about the Chucky Lozano situation and just everything that kind of went about here. And at the end of the day, this does kind of fall on the club too, because, you didn't set anybody up for success, club, because Chucky Lozano was here before Tyler Heaps was officially the sporting director. He was the assistant to the sporting director. There was no sporting director, and then he ended up getting it, right? Mikey Varas was then brought in, and Chucky was already here. Chucky Mania was already come and gone. We saw Lunay, it was a great fireworks display. But that was the marketing plan. And I think that's where people are upset too, of like, well, you sold us a bill of goods that included Chucky Lozano, and we were told like this guy was going to be our next hero, and he's the face of the franchise, and he's the first one that you kick out, and not even kick out, he's still here.
Yeah, he told me this, he would be happy with this being his last team.
Yeah. But that's just kind of how that's gone. Speaking of ballers, you mentioned absolute ballers, guys, as again we have the baller crew here. There is movement in terms that is coming up. We've actually been reporting this since the season ended, because yes, Chucky Lozano does take a DP spot, but there is a mechanic in order to go ahead and consider yourself a 3 DP team or an under 21 initiative team. One of those slots is being taken for the under 21 initiative is a baller known as Tomas Angel. And Tomas Angel is currently being linked with Cali, Deportivo Cali in Colombia. And so this is kind of...
I think it's under 22, right?
Under 22, yes. And so this is the avenue to get him out of here. We saw Lewis Morgan wearing the 9, so that's not a secret. So Tomas Angel on his way out, guys. Any thoughts on what you saw, or maybe never ever want to see in the striker position with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the correct decision. He lost a lot of playing time, and to be honest, he didn't really take advantage of his playing time. The first game, it was just his assist and then some goals and some assists here and there. But I don't think he really took advantage of the minutes Mikey Varos gave him. So I think it's a good decision. And under 22 players are, I mean, those are the young bucks. So like you really need those players to give energy to the team and stuff like that. So we'll see who we get, and well, good luck to Tomas Angel, and yeah.
Yeah, I think if that frees up a spot, I think it's a no-brainer we let Angel Tomas walk, because I don't think he's a striker. Like for a system that he thrives in, I think he could be a great attacking mid. I think he could be a great player in a true false 9 formation, but I just don't think our style suits him, and it showed. And I think, I mean, sure, he had a couple goals, but he had a few, right? A couple goals, some assists, not that many, but for the most part, it was like he was running to it was just running to run. So if it means we can get another DP, boom, I think that's an obvious one. But like we've spoken about, the transfer windows, it's about a shut. I'm pretty sure, if it's not already. So if he's not gone, the spot's not open. So there's probably something in place right now where, like, a 3-team trade, not between the 3 teams, but it's like, okay, if he goes, this is who we're going to go for. But I don't know. I think the obvious answer is yes, let's let him go. He's not going to play. Like, realistically, who is he going to play for? We have Pellegrino. I want to see what Lewis Morgan does. Like, I think it's fine. Let's let him. Almost like Colombia.
I think we're all on the same page, right? Like, you can't keep him just because he lived off that great assist he had, where he just kind of like did the one touch, like earlier. Oh, that free kick against America, like
it was a friendly that doesn't count,
yeah,
and it was against children wearing the jersey with a 300 plus on their back. That hardly counts.
It's that yeah, no, Tomas Angel is a player that should be going. I mean, speaking of Colombianos, like Andres Reyes is still there. And then that's one where I'm like, that would have been the first player. Like, I'm like, yeah, you can go.
Yeah, no,
big wage too. Big wage for him.
Yeah,
huge. They're still considering him for, to use their terms, he's still in their footballing plans. He is slated to come back from injury and start really making those appearances on with SanDiego.FC. I believe after the World Cup is what Mikey said. So after the World Cup, you should expect to see some Colombian influence in the back line. But you mentioned it. It sounds like, Brandon, you mentioned the greatest left winger of SanDiego.FC history in Amal Pellegrino, who scored here in the preseason. The only goal that was showcased for SanDiego.FC this weekend against the San Jose Earthquakes in a preseason match over at Singing Hills, the Sharp Healthcare Performance Center. Good strike. I think Pellegrino takes forever to shoot, but still very fortunate to go in. Brandon, I'll start with you since you mentioned Pellegrino last. Is he enough? Is he your guy? Is tu gallo? Is that your guy?
As in, like, for the starting role?
I mean, I don't know. I would say he is up there with the greatest left wingers in San Diego.
I think his form technically is there, but it took a while to get there. Like, we were, I'm going to say it. Esteban and I were walking around the stadium with the social media rep because, I don't know, we were down there for something. And there was a time where we were over watching SDFC warm up, and this was like 5 or 6 games into Pellegrino's tenure with the club, and he hasn't done much yet. He's kind of just like, everyone's like, what's going on? And the ball rolls over to us, and Esteban was like, hey, Pellegrino, like, this is your night. Like, you're going to do it. This is your night. And boom, the charts. His chart just went up like that. So I think Esteban had the magic touch there. So honestly, whatever Esteban says about Pellegrino is going to go with me. But I don't know. I do think I would like to see some competition for that spot, other than just say it's his. Can Lewis Morgan play on the wing? We'll see. I don't know.
We've been told he is, but he's getting eased into it just because he did come off of injury.
Yeah. So I don't know. But for now, yeah, I'll give him the spot. I mean, he earned it. So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, his playoff run was really great. He had really good stats. For now, he is the guy for that side. And let's see. Well, hopefully we'll see different minutes from different people. But for now, he's the guy for sure. I liked how he attacks the ball. In that clip right there, I do agree with you, Tony. It did take a little bit because that cross was maybe a little too it was too aggressive to take on just one touch then hit. So he took the touch, then settled it, then he hit it. But it was a good goal, and versus San Jose, his old team. But yeah. And then what Brandon said, that I told him yo, this is your night. It was actually versus his team, San Jose. He didn't end up scoring that night, but I don't know, maybe something psychologically it just went in and said okay, gotta lock in from here on out.
Well, we don't have actual footage outside of this and a couple of stills from this matchup, but if you want to use the imagination machine,
Who's the guy that assisted that though?
Eisner. Yeah, one of the new young guys. Did you leave by then? No, at meet availability, because we got Eisner and then we got Sargent at the end, and they were both kind of like, "Oh, you didn't?" Yeah, they were both kind of like, "Hey, we just got here, guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing good this season and competing and awesome." But a good depth piece here again, giving Bombino, giving the right back position a little bit more health. Hopefully Leo Duro is coming back as well from injury. He's still on loan until halfway through the season. But all right, let's use the imagination noggin here. You saw some of the sites of what it is over at Singing Hills between San Jose and them. 2 games is what happened at Singing Hills. This is how typically preseason matches go. They want to go ahead and rotate rosters. They want to see everybody. So then they go ahead and send everybody to play those 2 games. Good news, San Diego FC. Technically, they're 2 games, 2 60-minute games. San Diego FC won both of the games. So it wasn't 1-2-0 game, even though, play it as you will. 2 games, San Diego FC wins 1-0 in each of those 60-minute games. Lots of chances. Somebody who is going to be very important for San Diego FC coming up is Pedro Soma in the midfield. And I think we've been hearing from Tyler, from Mikey, just the importance of his ascension into that starting role and just how he's going to go ahead and contribute it. So at the end of the day, you still have some new kids that are coming in. Sargent and Eisner played really well off of each other and with the team. But then you can always tell where Luca Bombino is. Bombino is that next gear. And he showcased it here in the preseason match against San Diego FC. And that was in the first game. In the second game, there was a switch in goal. Cisniega did play in the first game. I believe it was Faree who played in the second one. But
not CJ.
Not CJ. Leo Juru is the one who scored in the second game. And from what I've been told, not just that Chucky Lozano was there, but the front three for San Diego FC in that second game was Pele, Marcus, and Honors. So is that the front 3 that you guys are comfortable with coming into the season?
I think that's the obvious starting 11 that you have to start. I don't think there's any surprises. I don't think Lewis Morgan gets a start. I think he needs to prove himself coming off the bench. So I don't know if the baller crew agrees with that.
I think you go. I haven't seen them all play. I haven't seen them all the new guys play, but I think unless one of them is just that much more of a standout, you got to go with your guys. So for the time being, I think that's good with me.
Yeah, same. I mean, Marcus came out of injury. He got a little bit of playing time in the playoffs, not really that much. But we don't see training. So whatever Mikey is seeing out there, they are making the best decision, and hopefully we see it as fans as well. If it's Marcus and Pele like that, and then with Andres, of course, then hopefully they make a great connection. It's two Danish and then a Norwegian guy. So you got the Scandinavian form up top. So we'll see if they have really good chemistry.
And this is the one game that was made public. Again, there will be facing more preseason games, but it's 9 days away. Pumas versus SanDiego.FC. So I want to get you guys' take real quick, and before we let you guys go, but just what are your overall expectations from SanDiego.FC in year 2? Chiva.
I can go first. Steve, I can go first.
Okay.
Year 2, I think we are gonna be I think honestly, we can assume we can be a top 5 team in the West. We can assume that. Not like, what do they have us at 15th? Everyone last season. I can assume we're going to be top 5 up in the West. We're going to have some players, multiple parts of our club up for end of season awards like we did this year. I think we're going to continue this form, and I think we're going to be in the race for one of the trophies, and then I think teams will start to try to figure us out more. I think they've gotten to see a full season of what we like to play like. Honestly, I don't know why Portland didn't keep their same tactics in game 2 or game 3, because in game 2 suffocated our team and destroyed us in that sense. Game 3 didn't even try it. That guy Velde or whatever, he was absent. But I think it's going to be. I think we're gonna be a problem in the MLS. I think we're gonna have a great season.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. My expectations for season 2 is at least we're gonna make playoffs. I think we're gonna cause a lot of trouble for a lot of teams. And like Brandon said, I mean, now that there's more footage, teams are gonna start getting very tactical and very they're thinking outside the box and how to beat the system. So we'll see how they do that. But I think we're gonna be a very strong team in year 2. And then other expectations are more community stuff. I loved all the community events that they did. So hopefully more of that, and yeah, just more stuff like that would be fun.
I love it, guys. And you guys are always out there in the community making it happen. Again, we're here with the Baller Crew. And boom, pull this up just to make sure you go ahead and follow. Honestly, just content creators here in San Diego is just so huge. And the fact that you guys have been doing it for so long then together is fantastic. So check it out, Baller Crew right there. And you can go ahead and follow them. And Esteban, like there was a couple of transfer challenge questions that I was shocked. Luka Modric. The question.
I've seen this. Can I see this video?
Let me see.
It's good. He kind of It's funny. It's but Tony, when you're under the timer, when you have 10 seconds, bro, I blanked on Kingsley Coman. I'm a Bayern fan.
Let's see. Watch. It says watch full. I want to see if I can guess too.
Let's see. Watch full. Boom. Go to full. Maybe full screen.
I agree. I'm sure under the pressure,
it's crazy under pressure.
Okay, let's see if you get it. You haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, so you got Sporting, you got Tottenham.
Oh, he's not getting this. You're
not getting this. Bayern, Monaco.
Sporting, Bayern.
Time's running, by the way.
Monaco.
You're not getting it.
I'm not getting this.
It's a hard one.
Oh no, I would choke too.
Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer.
Yeah, no, fuck that. There's no way I was getting Eric Dyer.
No, it's hard. It's hard. That was a hard one.
That was tough. That was a tough one.
Let's see if there was the other one. Let's see, Chiva. We're challenging you. Guess the player. No, but there's no pressure because Esteban has a rocket. Paris Saint-Germain, PSV Eindhoven, Paris Saint-Germain again, RB Leipzig.
Dang.
See?
New kids on the block, man.
We're
focusing.
But there was one
too much.
Well, we did retire. I did Chicharito. Esteban did Fernando Torres. Like, it was good. It was good.
The Fernando Torres was one too because he went to Japan at the end, and I was like, yes. I actually thought it was Joao Felix. I was like, oh, Joao, yeah, that makes sense. He went here, then he went there.
I thought it was Suarez, and then I was like, wait, he said the Japanese team, but yeah.
But is there something that you guys are cooking up, or what can we expect from our local legends here in Baller Crew?
Yeah, actually, we are. I have it with me here. It hasn't seen the public eye.
Ooh.
But we are dropping jerseys for people to be able to support. So we are going to come out with new Baller Crew jerseys that anyone can buy, get their name on it, whatever. S1, should I show it?
Oh. Yeah. Show it.
No one has seen it. No one has seen it.
Exclusive.
Okay, so it is as you guys see, our colors are green. See, you're getting this. SDFC hasn't even done this yet. Green, white, and black. And the previous ones we've worn the videos. So it's
I can show them right now.
Yeah, show the previous one. We actually have one for you guys for 2 balls and a mic. We have one for you guys, the old one.
Nice.
So that's the old one.
So
Rest one, you can show it.
This is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The old one with my name on the back of it.
Yeah.
Crew stuff. And then we have a secondary one. It's a black one. Logo and everything.
Yeah.
And then the back.
So
thing.
we actually got you guys one, and they put 2 balls and a mic at the top and then a number. But then they put since I order them, they put my at the bottom, which is so dumb. So I have it, but if you guys want it just for the front. But here is the new one. So it's a little more green. So it's just all green.
Look at that.
It's got them. It's the World Cup font. So it's like
heck yeah,
new thick Adidas. I know it's probably hard to see, but we'll have a video drop, and then we have the same thing in black. So we'll have a video dropping on.
That's
where we come out with them, but yeah.
So is this something maybe fans and followers can expect a new season every year? A new jersey?
I don't know. Maybe a new jersey every year. Maybe a third kit in our third season. I don't know.
At least they're better than those community kits.
I think it's the highways.
You think it's the highways?
It has to be. I think so. I think that triangle right there is the convoy. It has to be.
Let me see. A ver, vamos a ver.
But yeah, we're coming out with a video where we'll have this all official. But yeah, I think, dude, part of it's definitely the highway.
That triangle by the Adidas, I think that's where convoy is, because it is in a triangle, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because the lines and the pattern is too random. It's too random to be what's the connection? It has to be the highways, I think.
We'll see. We'll see. Technically, in the leaked message.
How many lines is on that jersey? How many lines can you count? 1,
18?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it could be 18.
Tony, is that the official inspiration that up at the top? That right?
Yeah. That's from the leaked. Yeah, and we did a little bit of a reading the other day, just some soothing reading of how it represents you. It's all about you, bud, and
community.
And you can represent it. Absolutely. Just bursting with random colors. Perhaps not. And I could definitely see where the triangle is encompassing 18 threads or something like that, where it's it's a
Oh no, I feel like Loyal did the map one better.
No, well, yes, they did, but they
cut
also
off
they
some
cut
parts.
off
They cut off
literally
more.
my house.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
didn't do the whole thing.
I
Shout out former loyal people. Actually, Nate Miller and his team are here training. A lot of former loyal. The fault lines maybe. But all right, that's a fantastic kit that you guys have coming on down. Again, check everything that you guys are doing there in the public. That is going to be Baller Crew. Check them out. Also, we're going to be participating in Street Soccer USA February 17th, the opening of a pitch that is incredible. We had Reed on last week. Check that out to see what the details of that, some breaking news in that as well. Excited for that, Esteban and Brandon, because, you know, whenever we can actually get out there and play some, it's fine. But Esteban, we've been relegated to MCs.
I did hear that, but we're cooking up a good team. No worries, we're cooking up a good team. Actually, Reed contacted me to create the team, so we're getting some absolute ballers, some influencers here that will represent the community really well, I think.
Oh yeah, Brandon. I mean, you guys have been doing it for a while. Esteban, check them out. Is there anything else for you guys here before we let you go?
I think that's it.
Just check us out all over the place. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're definitely trying to create more YouTube videos this year. And then follow us on our personal accounts, because we do different things with different brands, and now with the World Cup. So we're just going to keep cranking those videos out, and we're excited for the World Cup. So it's going to be great.
Yep. It's going to be a big year.
Which games are you guys going to? If you had to. If you were
LA
able
games, probably.
We can assume the LA games. I have family in Boston, so I'd love to go to the Boston games. But honestly, for like brand deals and like stuff that comes up, could be anywhere. So we'll see. Could be in Canada. I don't know.
Ooh,
That's
why not?
fun.
Why not?
Go support Godoy in Canada.
Somebody must do. All right, guys. Really appreciate your time, and I love getting you guys on and your takes. And people obviously also enjoy it here. So thank you for coming on. And as we head into the season, let's connect and let's make things happen here locally for San Diego, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
Peace.
That was a combined Sarape and SanDiego.FC talk, and Tony and I could dive in and talk for hours about the whole Chucky Lozano situation and SanDiego.FC, how they've handled that. And no, yo no estoy tan alto, no se puede.
Yeah, you can't reach.
But yeah, like it's interesting with SanDiego.FC, and again, like nothing they've done has proven that they don't know what they're doing. They reached the Western Conference Championship last season. Like there's nothing we can do to argue against them right now. They unto proven otherwise.
Technical director Kenneth Heiner Moliere, they're part of the club to go into Canada to be their sporting director and hopefully right that ship. They were the best team in CONCACAF for a while, then it just took a dip.
Did you see that? Did you see that video that you know, like they do like member outings or member meetings and stuff, or like season ticket members and all that? There was one that came across my TikTok of I don't know who the SDFC employee was, but they were explaining the whole Chucky Lozano situation, kind of like what happened, kind of like why he's not part of the team. Let me see if I can share that real quick.
Yeah, it's interesting. And talking about interesting things, right? Like again, Pumas and SanDiego.FC here coming up. The drama is thick for sure. It's a telenovela for sure. But there's implications for this, right? This is a tournament that they're involved with, like CONCACAF Champions, like the CONCACAF Champions League. That is, it means something, and because it means something, that also means that there's money coming back. So this is always interesting. How much do people think the clubs make from winning, losing some of these tournaments? Just to give you an idea, if you win, let's see here. If you win the NWSL, Each team player, according to the sponsor that's also our clock-in mechanism, UKG.
For now, that's going to change in March.
Breaking news.
Yeah,
we're no longer using Chronos UKG.
No, we're going to the good old ADP.
The 2025-2026 season prize information, NWSL championship winner per player, $5,000. So that's NWSL per team. Let's see, per team. It would be about, it just says bonuses.
Each team member gets a $5,000 bonus.
Yeah, so it's a 2025 Women's Championship Cup saw $5 million purse with $2 million going to the winner. So then that's obviously distributed amongst the teams. But that's for NWSL, right? If you look at NWSL and what they did in the 7v7 tournament, and SanDiego Wave winning $2 million, that's why that was such a big deal, because they won $2 million. If you win and you're in MLS and you win MLS Cup, you get yourself a big fat nothing, kind of, technically. I did put
Tony's random typing it's the funniest thing in the world.
MLS turned into MLK purse. The champions of the 2025 MLS Cup champion earns $300,000 in prize money, with a runner-up receiving $60,000. But again, in a
150,000.
150,000. Wow. It sneaked up in there. In a league that's built with rules, gam, tam, like there's also ways that you can be rewarded in that way, but it doesn't really make sense. Now, if you go.
Oh, so wait. There's a little bit more on there that says that it's part of a roughly $1 million total pool for the playoffs, which also includes $100,000 per conference finalist and $47,000 for conference semifinalists. So SanDiego FC got $100,000 for reaching the conference final, and then $47,500 for reaching the conference semifinals. So $147,500, and that maybe covers a 1% or a slight percent. I don't know the math. Or Chuky's contract.
Would Chuky get some of that at CONCACAF if SDFC wins? I mean,
yes,
he would get a ring technically, right? He's still part of the team, not part of the plans, but still part of the team. If they win CONCACAF Champions League, it's $5 million. So,
so $3 million more than for the women's team.
Yes, correct. But now let's talk, Champions League. You know how much they make?
I'm gonna say it's more than $5 million.
The UEFA Champions League, for the winner, gives them, again, we're talking pennies, right?
Yeah, it's a lot more than $5 million.
They get 144.4 million, which is euros, which is about $168 million for winning the Champions League in Europe. So,
I mean, there's levels to this, guys. I've been telling everybody that, like anything in Europe, it's crazy.
Do you know how much? Well, now you know because you read it.
Now I know.
For the World Cup, if a country, a whole country, not just a segment, not just a little club, not just an entity, not just a private endeavor, a nation wins the World Cup, they get $500 million?
No, $50
million.
That's
Sorry.
Santiago, compa. Tony's blind.
$50 million in prize money to be distributed to the winners. So I always found that interesting.
I think go back to that. It said there's like a pool of money and everybody that qualifies gets money.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, the farther you make it, the more money you get. And that gets distributed to the federation. I don't think the players end up getting that. Here's the TikTok that I want to show you.
Oh. Sick.
He was cut from SDFC.
Both around our style of play and willing to really buy into the way we play. You know how we play a very kind of intricate style where everybody is a collective and we all kind of have to play the same way. And there was constant friction around whether he was willing to do the work that everybody else was willing to do. that creating friction. I think he's a really good player, and there's a lot of interest outside of our club for him. And we really want to give him an amazing environment so he can continue to grow and develop and make that World Cup team for Mexico and represent his country. But it's going to be hard in our environment. So we're talking every day, he's working out, we're working with him trying to find a good solution. That's kind of the update I can give.
I don't know who's speaking. I don't know who that staff member is, but this is what that's the narrative they're feeding to the season ticket members.
It was a low volume, so if you can kind of recap what was said.
Pretty much saying that the reason Chucky left is just there was a lot of friction. There's a style of play that SanDiego.FC needs to have with the players. And, pretty much what we've been saying, like Chucky doesn't fit that style. But he added like there was friction between Chucky and like everything was this. This was, I mean, it looked like what's that place down there next to the conference? I don't know what that lobby's called.
It's Snapdragon Stadium. If you where the players walk out, it's just that bottom floor level plaza area, it seemed.
Yeah. So I mean, look, again, like it looks like the club is going to be feeding this narrative to everybody where Chucky crossed friction, and because he did, like that's what it is. And I don't think
Cox Business Lounge.
I don't think Tyler Heaps and Mikey Varas wanted to deal with any of that. Which at the end of the day, you want high profile players, you're going to get high profile attitudes, and some of the world's best teams deal with all that shit all the time. And at the end of the day, historically, teams end up supporting and backing players more than they do managers. And I mean, you saw it. Vinicius is still in Madrid. Xabi Alonso's out.
Yeah,
like that's just what it comes down to. This is really a shocker because the team is backing the manager rather than trying to stick with the player. Which they're probably paying Chucky Lozano more than Tyler and Mikey Varas.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's different, but it can come back and bite them in the ass.
Well, we'll see. And this is what's fun about this. And we'll be out there covering everything and anything SanDiego.FC, San Diego Wave related as it comes, because the season is coming up really quickly. CONCACAF Champions, like I said, February 3rd, less than 10 days for this season kickoff. We'll be doing coverage out there for that. But about time somebody speaks the truth. Yeah, I mean, it's been out there. We've been speaking truth here.
Yeah.
But when it comes to coverage, really quick, we'll just give everybody an update on what's happening with us and coverage of the FIFA 2026 World Cup.
The World Cup planning is taking place now. We're at the step now where the accreditation window has opened for the FIFA World Cup. What does that mean? That means that we have a time from now till I think it's February something or March, like early March, where we can apply for the tournament. And then we'll know by mid-March, late March, if we got approved to be within the tournament. So that's the same process that happens for like the Gold Cup, the Copa America. You apply to be in the hub for the Confederation, which this time is FIFA or the Federation. And then now the next step is to apply for the specific tournament. That's where you can also get competitive. Historically, from what we've experienced with CONCACAF and Copa America, it's usually, obviously for the World Cup, it's going to be a lot more media applying. And they're very thorough where there's steps. You can stay local within your country, or you can get a national, like get into the tournament with the national, where you can go to the different countries. You can still only select up to 3 stadiums, I think, of where you want to cover. So it is very limited to what we can do. So, Tony and I are in the middle of planning, okay, do we want to go to Ciudad de Mexico? Do we want to go to Guadalajara? Obviously, we want to cover Selección, but I think we are in the agreement that we're going to do the national one, the international one, so we get to go to Mexico as well. And anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, the third game, it seems like Mexico will be playing, they will be playing in the AFN. If that's the one that we go to, That's the one that Honors Dreyer from San Diego
Potentially
FC can potentially be playing in if they go ahead and move past Italy.
North Macedonia.
North
first.
Macedonia. I mean, come on. If you lose against North Macedonia, you did not deserve to be in the World Cup. But that's
Yeah, it's between.
I can't wait for those tickets for Mexico, North Macedonia on the third game.
Yeah, it's like, so. I mean, there's a high probability that Denmark advances there, but I mean, that's looking like it's the game that we're shooting to go to, which is the last group stage. It could be the deciding game to see if Mexico qualify to the playoffs. So it's an exciting one. I think within our schedules and everything, just the inaugural match just kind of didn't work. Also, everyone is gonna want to be at that game, so that makes it a little more difficult. We talked about Guadalajara, and that's was a possibility. I think we're leaning towards the DF one, but yeah, those are conversations Tony and I are having to plan everything out because we, got to start booking flights and stays and everything.
And we hope to bring you guys along with us on this adventure. Again, the city put us in this position. The city of San Diego put us in this position to be able to do this. And, it's been a dream come true. We've worked hard for this moment. And if you're listening, you're like, what is that? I don't know if you guys have gone through the tunnel of like, hey, FIFA songs that are the official anthems, but they have one for each city. One that just played was Mexico City. This one's the Guadalajara one. North Macedonia. But North Macadamia, because that's what Wayne Gretzky called them in the oh my gosh, almost the draw. But yeah. So with that, again, want to go ahead and thank everybody who's already donated to us. It's honestly incredible the fact that we were able to get so much of the goal taken care of here so early on. So again, this is the QR code on the top left of your screen of your phone, right above Chiva. You can go ahead and go to that now. You can go for it later and go ahead and donate to us. And again, all proceeds go directly to travel and expenses because again, we've been traveling, we've been expending just to cover soccer in San Diego, and it's been really awesome. And we couldn't thank anybody but you guys who've been listening and helping us and supporting us throughout these years through 1904, through San Diego Loyals, through San Diego Inter, through the Soccers, through San Diego Wave, through San Diego FC, through any means that we've impacted. It's been an honor to do that through Bridge Mercado, through Chicano Futsal, through everything and anything, Street Soccer USA. So go ahead and check out the GoFundMe. It's incredible. We're at
I'm
within a
shocked
week.
that within a week we're
We're
37% away.
Yeah.
Like again, all of this is to help us get there and cover those expenses. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if we go over there, we still have to pay our rent and like bills and everything.
And we still have to go ahead and cover San Diego FC because San Diego FC will restart play, and San Diego Wave will also be doing the same here. So thank you for everybody who's went ahead and donated. It's been incredible. Be a friend, tell a friend. I'm literally, this is where it's going to be fun. Like, if you know a company, and I saw somebody comment earlier, like, hey, like a bar that shows the like Fair Play or like Bluefoot, like they'd be great and they can go ahead and donate to, and it'd be great to have a sponsor. If you know somebody that would love to sponsor, or you are somebody who would love to sponsor, or just go ahead and help us out in that way, make a connection, let me know, and we can go ahead and set it up. I'll have a conversation and make sure that there's a return on that. You should send this to Hercules Gomez.
He actually helped and he retweeted.
He already retweeted
the video
us
and our social media push for this. We'll keep pushing on social media for this as well. But we have conversations with him through the DM as well, and he's very supportive. Yeah, supportive of SanDiego FC and the things that we do here, as well as everybody here has. And so we want to thank everybody for helping us out. And again, this is this could potentially be the last push for 2 balls and a mic. Well, Jeremy, it probably won't. I still remember that from a couple of weeks ago. But in any case, I want to thank everybody who's, again, supported us throughout. We'll be doing a little bit more in depth. We touched a little bit with Javier Aguirre in the World Cup, but we're going to get into it as time rolls on.
thank you for joining us today. We'll be back next week. We'll have Soccer's Overtime. We'll have the Chromaniacs. We'll have anything. If anything breaking happens, Chucky Lozano gets, let go.
Yeah.
Contract terminated.
Emergency pod.
Do we have an emergency pod if Tomas Angel leaves? But with that said, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the Baller crew. Thank you to Abe, who's doing great work up in LA. And yeah, go ahead and smash that like button. Hey, I had to mash up all the different World Cup songs, make your own. There was actually a song that I when I went to Disneyland last year, I was in line and I texted you this, and it was an obsession for like a good 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was a mix on Mi Primer Millón from ¿cómo se llama esa vez? What are the names? Mi Primer Millón. Even Vacilos.
Let's not play it because we probably will get copyrighted for
It's
that one.
at the end of the episode. We can do it. Screw it. What are they going to do? What are Vacilos going to do? They're going to come after me? Probably.
Yeah, so Tony kind of wrote some lyrics.
Yeah, no, I wrote the whole song just about us and yo quiero pegar en el podcast para llegar al primer mundial.
Yeah.
And then kind of one day I'll
Kind of
release
like
it.
Two Balls Gaming, it fell off.
No, it's still there. It's still there. Hint on the Wave signing.
We can't talk. We can't.
I can't. We can't say what it is, but I mean, our sources have actually confirmed that it's going to be not an attacking player, not a midfield player. In a way, a defensive player, one can say. But it's going to go ahead and just finalize one part of the locker room and lock that down. So just be out there on the lookout for sure. So appreciate, again, everybody who's joined what we do here. It's silly. It's fun, but it's a great time. And we take it seriously because San Diego deserves good soccer coverage. We're trying. Thank you for everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Laters.